the option look. Now the pitch. Past the first down marker and still running. They'll finally make the tackle, but that option was executed to perfection.
How about the QB right there, willing to pitch it on 4th down, right? Like, doesn't take it himself, makes a really, really good read, gets the ball to his guy, and he has a little bit of space. That's a big 4th down conversion.
And the Golden Gophers will snap it on 1st and 10. Flips it out in the flat. There he goes. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. From the gun. Got his man on the right. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota!
Man, that was beautiful clock management. Great job by this offense, sustaining the drive, not getting too much in a panic, and finishing the drive with a touchdown with not a lot of time on the clock.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. From inside the 10, here he comes. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Guys, it is hard to beat Minneapolis when that town is buzzing as it is today. And talk about a first half for the dude in that backfield. That coaching staff has been giving rave reviews on a weekly basis. And through 2 quarters today, he's been a complete game changer. He's breaking the will of this defense, and that's something that's just very tough to quantify. And with that, let's send it back to our guys at the bank there in the Twin Cities.
The Golden Gophers will kick it away to start the second half. Coming out with it, it's Woodside. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. Nothing went right in that first half, and the first order of business here. Try not to be embarrassed any further.
But the comeback is possible. Remember 2006, Michigan State down 35.
Oh, he's got some space. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32. The Terrapins come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. Right back to the well. Oh, better look out. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. Across the 50-yard line on the huge pickup, and he's out of bounds at the 45. Here's an opportunity for this offense in search of its first touchdown. It's 1st and 10. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. And the Terrapins with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Snares it outside, it's Simpson. Taken out of bounds after a good pickup there. There is striking distance at the 37. Back to pass, it's Denson. Unleashes one deep. Touchdown, Maryland! They wanted it all, and that is exactly what they got. How about that quarterback taking the shot downfield and delivering to the wide-open receiver?
I love this quarterback, Reese, because he's aggressive. He wants to take shots. He's looking for every opportunity to show off that cannon and that arm talent. He showed it to all of us right there.
And he's going to bring this one out. Rolling the dice and bringing it out of the end zone did not pay off. He's out of bounds at the 19. Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. They'll go back to work with a sizable margin still up there on the scoreboard. From the gun, the running back has it. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. They'll send the back in motion. On the option. He'll toss it. Spins away from the defender. Knocked down after picking up 5 out to the 24.
And playing the option, man, consistently playing responsibility football. Nice job by the defense being where they're supposed to be. This option will just keep giving it to you over and over and over again.
Brings it in down the left side.
Man, we knew coming into this game just how explosive this offense could be, and a big part of that is their ability to throw the football. They've scored a ton of points, and it's because they can generate plays like that. When this quarterback sees the one-on-one matchup he wants, he is not afraid to pull the trigger, and he hits a big throw there.
And there are certain guys that I want to make sure I hone in on, and I do not give them the football in space. And this running back is one of those guys. Really good job by the defense, keeping their eyes on their keys and not letting him sneak out and get any kind of space. As soon as he touched it, he was on the ground.
So the big gain, all for naught, brought back due to the laundry on the field, and they'll try it again. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. How bold will they be on third down after that last run? Sends it back in motion. Quarterback needs to make a better throw there. Incomplete.
Oof, you got to be careful if you're the quarterback there. Third down, you know, you see a lot of exotic coverages by the defense. That time they played zone. He tried to force that football into a real tiny window. He's lucky that one wasn't picked off.
And the Golden Gophers are rolling down the field. Out of the gun, the give to the back. Tough run in this part of the field. He's got 4 down to the 23. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. From the gun, the ground game. Able to move it ahead a couple of yards. He gets it down to the 20. The Golden Gophers in the hurry-up. Motion from the back. On 3rd and short, they'll try to convert through the air. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Golden Gophers! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
And listen, if I have a playmaker, a running back like that with that kind of speed, yeah, I'm going to throw the swing to him too. He drops back, surveys the field. He says, I know my guy can make a play, gets the ball in his hands right now on the swing. He does the rest, gets in for the touchdown.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Fires to the wideout. Got him downfield. Oh, out of space. And they'll bring him down after the long completion, a chunk play for the offense.
A lot of times when you go to the stat sheet after the game, defenses are going to look at explosive plays. Like, we're taught to be top down, stay deep, don't give up those big plays, make them earn it all the way down the field. Bad job giving up the big play in the passing game.
And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Terrapins! How about that running back lumbering his way and getting into the end zone?
Way to find the end zone. You might not necessarily be known for long runs and your fast speed, but all you got to do is get it done. Have the agility, have the awareness, score the touchdown.
Bringing it back. Makes a move. Just barely able to stop him. He almost housed that baby. The nice return there. That last line of coverage is the only thing that stopped him from scoring. Got his man out of the backfield. They stop him almost immediately. Short. And still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Got the completion on the last play. Still some work to do on 2nd down. Finds a little space. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming. And the Golden Gophers will send out the punt unit. The punters have had the day off up to this point. First one of the game. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. From the shotgun, they'll run it. They knock him down after a gain of 3 to the 23.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
And the quarterback is sacked. There are penalty flags down, but this might be doubly bad for the offense. I think the penalty might be on them. They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. Need 10 yards on this third down, and they're backed up inside their own 20. Looking to throw, it's Denson. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. The Terrapins will line up to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Another punt on the way. Got to make sure those hammies and glutes all activated. Don't want any muscle pulls from overuse. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Here's the pressure. And the quarterback goes down. There is a penalty flag on the field, but I think the defense might have the option just to take this play. This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. Now on second down. Give to the back. And brought down. Looks as if that's how we'll end the third. We reach the break. It's Minnesota holding the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the fourth. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this third down play. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's fourth down. So they're going to send out the field goal unit to try a long one. And it's no good. He missed it. Because no game is perfect. Something has to go wrong, so the coach will have something to gripe about in film.
And, man, that comes up short. And I tell you what, we saw him in warm-ups. He's got that leg, man. He hit from 60 a couple times, so he can make that deep shot, but he didn't get all of it, and the field goal just falls a little bit short.
Looking for a man. It's Ward. Setting up the screen. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Third and long from the 42. If they can get some of it, it might give them a chance to go for it on fourth down. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws for the tight end. Got a wide open receiver. And you can see the offense just feeling itself. They've got it down to the 21. And the Terrapins will line it up on 1st and 10. They'll run it from the gun. Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Now the play fake. Finds his big tight end. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6. The Terrapins are moving quickly down the field. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw.
This quarterback has been under duress all game long. He's one of the best in the country, and he's used to having his way. He's the one who's used to dictating to opposing defenses, but that has not been the case in this game. Here we are late. He's still under pressure, taking a sack there.
He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Now 3rd and goal, and tough yardage to cover here. From the gun, wants to pass. Using the quick game. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Maryland! This game is almost certainly decided already, but the good news is for the next game, guys still flying around, still playing hard, not really hanging their heads.
Long season. This is early in the season. Still got plenty of time. Still find out which plays you like, which you don't, and keep running them, keep getting better at them. So use this as practice.
On the move from inside his 5. Buys just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. Quarterback on the keeper. Plows through the defense. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes. He almost popped out of there for a huge return, but they will take it. They are in business after the fumble recovery. And we'll see the offense make its way onto the field here, hoping for a successful drive. It's picked off, and they ruined the drive with a turnover. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. The give on the counter. And some room to work. And the big gain, and they've got it on the 46.
One of the things I love about these misdirection-type plays is that you can pull offensive linemen and get extra bodies at the point of attack. So you're setting yourself up with good angles if you execute it properly, David, and you saw it right there.
And saying the word angles means a lot because that's exactly what you do. Now I can block down, and I can leave somebody unblocked, pull around, kick him out, use misdirection in the backfield. Really just get your eyes as a defense on something else and then go the other direction. Nice misdirection play call by this offense.
The Golden Gophers have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. Quickly complete. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. New set of downs after the completion. To the air, it's Cobb. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. 2nd down coming. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Turning it on. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. And the Golden Gophers pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. And this offense went right back to the well, and this time the defense made sure it ran dry. Going to work on 2nd down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away. Boy, they love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Looking to the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now has taken out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place, and that time they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean hit. This defense needs a little bit more of that as the game goes on.
The decision to go for it does not pan out. Here's the handoff. Breaks the tackle. He'll bounce his way ahead for a pickup of 4 out to the 14. Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down and 2nd and 6. The play action fake. They're working that left side. Lowers those pads. Out across the 40 and forced out of bounds at the 42. And now this offense is clicking. This offense will snap it from the 42 on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Looking to the big tight end. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection. So now it's 2nd and long. Looking downfield, it's Ward. Going to try to pop one on the screen. And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain.
And this offense is going to have to find more explosive plays. And it can't just rely on the dink and dunk. It's going to have to find itself and score more points. Listen, they got beat up today. But moving on in the future, they've got some good pieces. They got to find a way to fit them together, create some explosive plays on this offense, because today they've been lacking.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. To the air on 1st down. Working that left side now. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
And And this game is obviously out of hand. But I think the fans would argue, too, at this point, like, all right, well, let's not throw checkdowns, right? Let's throw some deep balls and continue to open up.
There he goes. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. Wants to throw on first down. Swings it out to his running back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. They've got a solid drive working, but now looking at 2nd and 11. And those two couldn't make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the board to see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough of that today.
On 4th down, going to the air. Big tight end makes the grab. First down, still on his feet. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Terrapins!
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. This is quickly turning into a celebration, Jesse, as they've taken control of this game.
And they should feel good about how they've played. They knew they had to come in here, protect home turf. They've gone out, they've run it well, they've thrown it well, David. Really, so much that this coaching staff can be happy about.
Yeah, and now it's about stat padding, right? Like you can just put up more numbers. You know this game's pretty good. Don't turn it over, don't make a mistake. But this game is well in hand.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Dropping back, it's Cobb. Quickly out on the screen to the wide receiver. Oh, he's got some space. And it is well blocked as they pick up enough for a first down. And another big play by this offense, and if they are playing, not thinking about the scoreboard at all, there's evidence of it right there.
Hey, if there's time on the clock, as a defense, stop us. Because we're not stopping ourselves. We're going to continue being aggressive. We're going to continue trying to...
Looking for the end zone. Intercepted. Big